everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video we'll be extending our chatbot UI application a bit in terms of the UI, of course, because we left our UI high and dry and gray in the last video. So we need to, put some love into it and, change it a bit. Obviously, it has the functionality intact that we built in the last video. If you haven't seen the video, I'm gonna hook the link within the cards. So if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out, and maybe you can come back to this video later because it's like an extension to it. Perfect. So we have the functionality in place, but obviously this doesn't look nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna zoom this out. And okay, so let's change this. All right, so we're gonna go to our header component first. All right, we have title in place and we have some basic sort of stuff here. So before we begin, I think it's nice to sort of drill down over what kind of palette we'll be using in terms of colors, and it really helps with the branding, obviously, because we'll be building a lot of stuff upon this application. So it's kind of nice to have some good colors. So for that I use color hunt, and not this one. This one's a bit too extra. I believe this one is a bit too decent. It has a more modern looking first impression, I would say. So let's go with it. Perfect. Let's get started with it. So we have background color gray. Let's remove that. No more grays. Let's copy the dark one and paste. Need to add hash over here. Let's give it some height. 45 pixels. Let's give it some padding, 10 pixels, color white. Let's see how it looks. All right, this looks okay. I think we need to update the font family as well. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, I don't need icons for now. I need font family. Bodo Google Fonts. Yeah, I like Bodo a bit too much. All right, so I have already stacked up like thin 100, light 300, which is this one, regular 400. Here it is, medium 500. All right, so I think we have everything in place over here. Let's copy this. We need to move to our index.html file. And okay, I think we have multiple links over here. So we have geostatic and GeoGoogle API. So maybe we can get rid of this one. I think it came with the template. Perfect. So alongside, we also need icons. So we can sort of grab this over here as well. So these are like material symbols outlined. Yep, they will do. I need outlined ones. I like them better. All right, font family, let's say Bodo. Font weight 300, and font size, let's say 20 pixels. Let's try this out and see if it works. Perfect. All right, this looks somewhat nice. Let's close the other tabs. Let's give it a line height of 45 pixel, which would actually center our text. All right, this doesn't look so bad. Okay, I think we're done for header. Let's move on to our user input component. So we have our main class, user input container, we have text field and button. Alrighty, so just to, I actually close my palette. Alright, so what do we do with the button? I think this would look nice as a background color. And for text field, before text field, I think we need to give it some height as well. Height 50 pixels, and we need this to be like vertically centered. So let's give it display, flex, and align items center. Let's say height 40 pixels, and I need to assign some padding to the container. Let's say 10 pixels. For the button, I would say height 40 pixels, width 40 pixels, and we need those round buttons. So for that, border radius 50%, color white, and I want to give this dark color to my button. Background color, perfect. Let's see how it looks. All right, don't panic. Looks bad yet. All right, so we need to do a couple of things. Let's get rid of the outline first. Outline 0. Let's check this and okay. All right. I also need to get rid of the border. Let's say none. Okay. A bit better. I need to give it a width of like 90%. Let's change 94. All right. Much better. Border radius 8 pixels. All right. Also I need to give it some padding. Say 10 pixels, 12 pixels, 10 pixels, 12 pixels. Oh, that's a lot. Let's say 4, 6, 4, and 6. Okay, this looks a bit decent, but we can sort of drill it a bit down. 3, 5, 3, 5. All right. Now I would like to drill it down a bit further as well. Not a big fan of white spaces. Now it looks perfect. I like it this way. All right, we need to change the font family to Bodo over here, and we can also change the font family for the placeholder and Bodo. Okay. All right, this looks a bit decent. Let's see if, just want to see if I assign the margins the right way. Yep, I did. Just if I change this to 5, I hope it won't hurt. Cool, doesn't hurt that much. All right, so for the send button, we need a material font, and let's go ahead, let's say send, I need this one, so I'm just gonna grab the span over here. Perfecto. Let's do and format document. Voila. Let's see how it looks. Not nice, obviously. So let's firstly, it needs a bit of spacing. So margin left 10 pixels. Oh, I shouldn't be giving it margin over here. Instead, I need them to be like apart. Like I need my send brown button to be on the right side, and I need my text field on the left side. So for that, we have already done flex. We have line items, and along with that, we can say justify content and space between. So now I have this like spread, but my round button icon is like way far, but we can fix it. So now I can give it a margin of like margin right, 20 pixels. All right, okay. Perfect. So I have button. I need to get rid of the border first. All right, there we go. It looks much better now. Let's say 24 pixels. All right, and we can add a particular hover to our button. Let's say over background color. Just need to give it a bit of a darker tone, but we don't have a darker tone anymore. We have already used this in our header, and this is the last darker tone that we have. So let's just improvise with what we have. So if I tone it a bit down, this looks nice. Let's grab it. Background color. All right. Also, this needs to be cursor pointer. Perfect. Now it looks nice. Now we need to find a way to sort of center this. One way is to say display, flex, line items, center. And we don't have it in center yet. Let's see, since this is a span, and we might have to give it some sort of a margin left 4 pixels. Much better, 3 pixels. All right, this looks nice. Perfect. So we have this little problem over here, but this is fixable. All right. So let's go to messages now. We'll actually think about the scroll, not a biggie. Whoa. Right. So let's go to the message panel. For this, I don't need the light grayish color. I would rather use this. Okay. This looks nice. No messages. Need to add a bit padding over here. 12 pixels. And again, I need family photo. There we go. Perfect. Font. I need to add a bit of weight here. Let's say 100. Too light. Too light, right? 300. Okay. This looks decent. So now we need to sort of fix. It has worked 100% background. Now we need to sort of go to our, let's close these up. And now we need to move to our app.css, which is empty. So we have these three aligned over here. We need to fix them in a way where we can say display flex and flex direction column, since we want them to be in a vertically sequential order. Nothing changed. So what we really need is to keep the header title over here and move the footer at the bottom and have the whole area covered by our, message panel. So for that, what we can do is we can grab app.messagePanel from here, and we can say flex 1. That should do it. It didn't. Okay, so I think we need to give it a viewport height as well. All right, so this sort of worked. So instead of having a background color over here, how about we move this background color over here? All right, that should do it. Perfect. So to actually fix the vertical scroll first, what I think we can do is we can update. Okay, for some reason, I believe the problem is worth 100%. So let's just remove it. Let's remove height 100% as well. And this gets fixed, so we don't have a horizontal or vertical scroll anymore. Perfect. So this looks nice. This looks a bit decent to actually start working with. Let's see. I think we have a bit of a discrepancy in terms of height over here. So we can quickly go to the user input. We can say 45, 45. And I hope this gets fixed. And yes, it does. For the span, we can say margin 5 pixels and it's in center. We can reduce the margin right over here and increase like the text put, make like 95%. 20 pixels. Now let's just keep 24 pixels, maybe a bit more. Let's inspect this out. Oh, we're actually supposed to give the left margin over here. So this needs to be left, and let's say 20. All right, so this looks good. And I think this is responsive enough. Perfect. All right, so we can start adding styles to our messages. So as you can see, no message. This doesn't look right. And I know there's a lot of colors over here. Probably what I'm thinking is to sort of style it up in a way where we sort of get rid of this color over here. Let's keep it white so it looks nice. Wow, relief to my eyes. All right, so we tried out our Angular 17 syntax over here. So let's just convert this into a div. Let's give it a class. No message container concatenator. All right, so this is fixed. Here we go. Here we go. And this needs to be, is this a part of it? Yeah, it is. So let's just say background color, let's keep it 000 gray, and width fit content, let's give it a bit of a padding, just about 2 pixels. Okay, 5 pixels, 6 pixels. Okay, I like 6 pixels. But radius, 8 pixels. Ah, perfect. All right, so let's add margin right, auto, margin left, auto to center line it, and perfect. This is in center. This looks nice. Okay, this looks decent. So in case when I add a message over here, now we need to update this style over here. And this button seems a bit too far, doesn't it? Let's just one last time. Let's just update the style one last time. 15 pixels. Nope. And that is weird. Margin right, 10 pixels. Oh. 6. 10. Yes, 10 is my lucky number today. Margin right, here we go. I promise I'm not gonna touch that button anymore. I promise. All right, I like it. Now we need to go back to our message panel and let's just work on this one. Let's just focus here, put all of our focus here, no more updating button styles or input styles or whatever. Okay, let's say div class message. I need to go here. I need to update this. And some of the stuff I need to borrow, except for this one. Need padding, and I think this would be good for my background color for my messages. Let's see. Hello. Okay, this looks nice. Hello world. Okay, so we have a problem over here. Let's give it a margin bottom. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Perfect, I like this. Okay, so as I said, we need avatars as well with our messages. So let's go quickly and add those as well. Let's add some height over here. Yeah, 40 pixels seems nice. It seems nice, right? I don't know. Whoa, that's a lot. Anyways, we'll fix it in a bit. So what we need to do, whoa, relax, bro, relax. We need to add a div, a message container. We need to add our messages over here. Then we need to add our avatar over here as well. Okay, let's copy this. Let's come over here, background color 00. Alright, 40 pixels, width 40 pixels, auto radius 50%. We need this as a, since this is a message container, we'll have to come over here, the message container, And we need this as display flex. Cool. Let's see if it works. This looks nice. All I need to do is give this some margin. Margin right, 10 pixels. All right. Hello. Hello world. I think we need to give some more margin. This needs to be like 15 pixels to be exact. Hello. Hello world. All right, this looks a bit decent. A bit more, I think. I promise this is the last time. All right, this looks nice. But these are like small text. Let's test some paragraph. I think I generated a paragraph for a fantasy story recently. Okay, so I have some bit of a text here. The enchanted threshold. Interesting. Let's copy this. Let's come over here and let's paste this and see. Okay, so obviously I don't want it to span the whole screen. So what I really can do, I can limit this in max width, like 1000 pixels. I think it looks nice with 1000 pixels. Yeah, this will do. So just gonna add this one here and perfect. What else can we do? There's one thing that's been bugging me is that every time I type here, I have to go all the way, almost there, all the way to here and then click it. Yeah, we're living in like 2023. This is not what we want. We want, whenever I hit enter, I should get my text. So for that, I think we need is a not key press, key up event, and we'll say on key up, and I need to pass my event over here. I need to copy this and here, say console.log because I don't know what the event contains at the moment. Event has any type. Okay. No problemo. Let's open our console window. Hello. So I don't need these, but when I hit enter, okay, this is the event that I need. So I need a ASCII code, which is, oh, nice. They've updated the event and it says which, it's more convenient. I remember you had to go all the way through the event object like event.target blah 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 to actually fetch that event. All right, so we have our enter ANSI code over here. Let's get rid of this. Let's say if event on which is equal to and it's ASCII code, and we can say this dot send message. Kind of nice. Perfect. Let's try this out. Oh, I love this. Perfect. Testing. Oh, there's one thing more. Whenever I type in and press enter, as you can see, the word is, my phrase is appearing on the screen, but it's not clearing within the text field. So also along with this, I need to say message is equal to empty. Say hello. Now it's clearing up. Perfect. Testing. Hello world. Checking again. Perfect. So this adds up for the styles from our side, but we also need our assistant to actually sort of reply back to us, because that's the eventual goal of this application, is to have a good, nice UI interface upon which we can build upon and integrate the stuff that we have already built. So to do that, we would need a similar style for what we have here, for what we actually for basically this section over here, for the avatar and the message. So we need an alternate version on this particular side. All right, so for that, I think we need to have some kind of an identifier that this message is from the user us, and so through that we can sort of segregate that whether we are sending the message or it's getting from the assistant. So yeah, I think we can do it over here. So not in the message panel, within the app component. So just like we are saying that, if the sender is user, so we can sort of use this particular property of the message object to actually write an if and else, which we also explored within the Angular 17 article that I presented in my previous videos, something like this. So this seems a bit convenient. So let's do that. So we need to be in, let's close everything besides message panel, because this is where we need to work. So we need this to be over here. So if message.sender is equal to user, so we need this. Otherwise, we need something like this. And yeah, this looks nice, but there would be one little problem. We don't have a way to sort of test our assistant, so we'll have to mimic our assistant. So what we can do, we can come back over here and we can say assistant. So the problem that we'll get is, obviously we have the sequencing right, but we have something like this, which we don't want, and we need to update the styles for it. So for the message, we have the style for for the avatar, we have the style for margin right, but for this particular avatar, we would need something like margin left over here. Sorry, but if we add margin left over here, it would disrupt our existing style. So one way of doing it would be to have like different styles, but I don't want different styles. I want like things to be backed up in my in this CSS. So the closest way I can do it in this particular way is having my message and giving it the right margin. So if I say hello now, enter, so now this sort of works. But we also need it to be on the right side instead of the left side. So, but if you see closely, if I inspect it for you, so we have this particular container, and then we have this, then we have this. So this particular container is already flex. So what we can do is sort of position. All right, folks. So what we have to do to actually move this whole thing over here, we'll have to move around some of our syntax a bit. So what's happening is like we have this whole thing within, enclosed within the message container, and the message container is enclosed within the message panel, which is like a parent component which spans this whole width, the whole thing. Message container, this much. So we can sort of move it, across the screen just like that. So we'll have to do something to our message panel. But this is like the outermost container. Like this is like even before the for loop actually starts. So we cannot really move this, but what we can do is we can add another div saying message inner container that spans this whole thing over here. And the same for this one. Over here. This goes here, not the section. We need the div. Okay, div. Oh, we have this here. Perfect. So now we have this new enclosure. What we need to do, we need to add this over here as well. Message in a container, move avatar and messages within our container, give it a like worth 100%. Oh, my battery's about to die. Perfect. So I need to race now till my battery is dead, and I need to give it like display flex. All right, let's see, what do we have? Oh, we don't have anything yet. So I think our styles got lost. Message container. Oh, I accidentally moved this. This should be like this. That should got it. Perfect. But still not fixed because we didn't add any style. So we cannot, we have to display flex over here. So we cannot just add justify content over here. This will fix the issue like this, but we have the user messages as well that need to be left aligned. So if we just add it over here, this will be picked by the user messages as well. So this needs to be dynamic. So we need to come over here and we need to type in style and justify content. And I can say flex. If this is a user message, it should be flex start. If it's not a user message, it should be flex end, and boom. I think, oh no, I did something wrong. Justify content, flex start, justify content, flex end. This, save this, refresh, hello. Okay, justify this. Oh, this is a display block. This needs to be a flex, which it's not. So this should be worth 100% because that's a problem. Words everywhere. Hello, testing, hello. Let's grab our ChatGPT fantasy tale. This should do it. And boom. All right, so I think we have some ground over here. This looks nice. Perfect. Uh, I promised I won't do anything with the button, but I think we need to fix this. But I'm gonna keep my promise because my battery is about to die as well. Out of options. But we'll fix this in the next video. Perfect. So we have ourselves a nice looking, a better looking, less gray version of our chatbot UI. I hope you liked the video. I hope you followed it through. If you have any questions, you can post in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one.